Jennifer from Gardening with Dogs. I hope everyone is doing wonderful. It's overcast weather today. It's bright, but it's not sunny. It's just an odd day, very cloudy. We're supposed to get rain again this week, which is very strange because we never get rain, and we're getting it every week now, which I guess is a good thing. Since we're getting rain, I thought I would do some cleanup in Sully's garden. So we're just going to do some trimming, and I think I'm going to take out one of the lamb's ears. It's too much, I think, in my garden. Let me show you. Right here, this is you're supposed to open a gate and that's where you go in, and I walk in and the Nepeta just went crazy. Stash, move your butt. The Nepeta went crazy the past, I'd say 2 weeks. It's like, it just got super full. And then behind it is the lamb's ear. My dog would move. So we have the lamb's ear here, and it goes from here all the way there. And in the middle, it's right here, it's flat. And that was from the last rain, and I just think it's too much here, and I want to cut back some of the Mystic Spires. So I want to cut this back. I think I'm going to take out the lamb's ear, and then I could still, here, let's see. I normally step over onto, you can see where the stone is. I usually step there, but we got the lamb's ear here, and I cut this back, and I'm gonna see, I may have to cut back some of the Nepeta too. So let me do some trimming, and then we'll see where we're at. But it's the Mystic Spires is gone crazy in here, and I think with the rain, it's just gonna make it even more. You can't even see behind it, which is fun and it's cool and I love it, but this is such a small space. I had no idea these would get so big. This is the second year of them. I can't imagine what year 3 would be. They're huge. So let's go in and get some trimming done and see where we're at. Okay, so I took out the lamb's ear and so much more space. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut back the Mystic Spires. You can see over here that it's like leaning on the Nepeta. So I want to cut that back. So I want to cut that edging. I'm going to cut it along the edge too, because on the other side is my black-eyed Susan, so I need to give it some space. And this plant will be perfectly fine. I feel bad taking out the lamb's ear that was over here because, you know, I just feel bad. But it's just too much. I didn't realize they got this big. So anyway, let's continue the trimming so I can get out of here, because the bees are not happy that I'm in here and I don't want to get stung. I already had a spider on my arm and it was a big ugly one. So let's move on. So the Nepeta, it's a little wild right now. A lot of it, all of this over here was all over here next to my black-eyed Susan. And so I just kind of pulled it out a little bit and moved it back here. And so I'm gonna let it, I'm probably gonna give it a trim, but not today. I'm gonna let it perk up, especially after the rain, and then give it a trim back. It is crazy how this plant has gotten so big in such a short period of time. I mean, look at the blooms on it. I mean, it's only been blooming for like, what, a week, maybe two? It's crazy. So I'm just gonna let this be for now. I really like that we took the lamb's ear out. So that definitely gives it more space. And there's those damn earwigs in there. So I'm gonna leave that for now. And then over here, so my black-eyed Susan, it's got some room to grow. I think I'm gonna leave the Nepeta as it is. And when it gets, you know, in a few weeks, maybe trim back some of this area. So the black-eyed Susan has room. But for now, I'm gonna leave it because I actually don't think there's a lot left of this plant. It's pretty, it's small. It looks big. It's because the one behind it is bigger. And then the lemon tree is still hidden in there. So I need to clear some of that out. And then down here, there's Alyssum. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut this back, if not pull it out. So it gives room for the bee balm here and room for the black-eyed Susan. So that is what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I pulled some of the Alyssum out, but I didn't pull it all out because that was okay, but I pulled out a big root. So I don't know if that root, it's to the Alyssum. So I don't know if there's flowers attached to it because it's through the fence. So I can't, let me show you. Because the Alyssum's coming through the fence, it's like stable. So it doesn't move. And behind it, underneath, there's like nothing there. So it's almost like these are floating. And I don't know if there's a root at the very edge that I can't get to or see, or if I pulled the root out. And so we will have to see how the Alyssum does. But for now, I'm going to leave it. If it dies back, it's easy enough to pull out. And while I was over here and I cleared out some of the Alyssum, it looks like someone was having snacks all on my bee balm. That looks terrible. So, gosh darn it, always something. I'm pretty sure they're earwigs. It does not look very pretty. Hopefully it grows in. And then down there's another black-eyed Susan. Okay, the Mystic Spires here is getting a little crazy also. So I'm going to trim some of this back. So it looks better. It's not hanging off the edge. I cleared some space here to give my plants some breathing room. And the bees are not happy with me. They're just buzzing around. Thank goodness I did not get stung. I mean, there's one there, the carpenter bee. The black ones are females. And then if there's orange ones, they call them teddy bears, those are males. But I haven't seen any males today, but we do get them. So that part is done. Now I'm just going to take a look. And when I was over the, oh gosh, what do you call that plant? It's a bee balm, Agastache. It's a very delicate plant. See the purple? Let me zoom in. Can I zoom in? So the purple plant, it broke off some of the edges. And for whatever reason, it's growing to the side and not from the middle. So it's very, I don't understand what's going on there, but I want to give that a trim up. So let's do that. And then I think we're good for haircuts today.
I'm looking at this plant and honestly, I don't know what to do. I'm just kind of thinking I could do something, but the branches on it, the stems are so delicate that if you touch them too hard, they break. So I'm trying to be gentle and I'm not getting anywhere. So I really didn't do much here. I basically just cut off the broken branches from when I walked by it. I love Agastache, but it is such a sensitive plant, but it smells so good too. It has like that nice minty, fresh scent. Such a pretty plant.
Okay, I'll be honest, I do not know what to do with that. For whatever reason, it grew on the outer part, but not through the center, so everything's flopping over. I actually have a half cage in there, propping up this end here. And then behind it is another Agastache, a separate plant, separate type of flower. So it's kind of leaning into that. I guess there's nothing. Woo! That was a dove just flew by. It just scared me. So I guess I'm just going to leave it be. Honestly, I don't know what to do. The only thing I could do is cut it all down and make it all the same and hope it grows, but I don't want to do that. It's got flowers on it and it looks good. And so we'll see. If these flowers die out, then maybe I'll cut it back and see if it does anything. But for now, I guess I'm just going to leave it. So now what I'm doing here is I'm looking to see, and I see a little space that we just pulled out where the lamb's ear is, and there's a little space in the back near the other lamb's ear from this view. I have two small plants that don't get real big. I think I'm going to put those in there because I need to get them in the ground, and that is what I'm going to do. And it'll add a little yellow until my black-eyed Susans come in, and my coneflowers, we're kind of stuck with purple. So I need to get some yellow or something in there. So I have some plants. Let me go grab them and I'll show you. I have here Proven Winners SunBini. These are such cute little flowers. I bought these when I took you guys along with me to the nursery last week. These get 6 to 12 inches. They're a mounding flower and they are an annual except in zones 9A to 11B, which is nice because I'm 9B. So these should be a perennial here. Let's see, fold apart sun and spread wise, so 6 to 12 inches tall and 12 to 14 inches wide. So if you have a tiny little space, these would be super cute. They remind me of little black-eyed Susans or little sunflowers. Super adorable. And it says care's easy, and we like easy, don't we? So I am going to put this in Sully's garden. I have two, and by mistake, I watered my plants on Saturday, and then Sunday, somehow I must have missed these two. They were shriveled up pretty good. So I'm very happy to see them coming back. This will add a cute little pop of color. Though I'm debating if I want to stick it in that garden, but no, I think we'll put these in Sully's garden. I think he'd like these. Super adorable. I love them. Okay, let's go plant these up, and then I think I'm done. I think they look so cute in there. The one in the back, that one's going to get plenty of water, but I'm a little concerned for that guy. It's a dry spot, so I just have to make sure that I remember to go in there and water. And I'm looking at the leaves on the Mystic Spires in front of it. I may have to trim that back too, but we'll wait on that. I think all looks good. I'm happy I got this done. It's so pretty. Let me see, they zoom so you can catch it all. The little pops of yellow are just adorable. Well, that's it for me, guys. I am signing off. I think we got a lot accomplished in a short period of time. I'm very happy to give those plants a haircut and remove the lamb's ear. It was just too much. It was just getting too big, and that part was flattened out, and it was hiding earwigs in there. I didn't see earwigs at any other part of the garden, but I did see them where the lamb's ear is. So I believe they are the ones that are eating my plants. Excuse me. And planting those little SunBinis, they are so adorable. I love those little plants, and I hope they do well in the garden. I think the one for sure will do well. It's surrounded by hummingbird mint, lamb's ear, and there's a little coneflower coming up, and I think a black-eyed Susan. So it's going to be in a little pretty area. And so I think it'll do well with its little friends. The other one towards where we took the lamb's ear out, I'm a little concerned for that one because it's super dry there. I will be sure to get in there and water it, but there's no water, there's not enough water to get to that area. So I may have to move it. We'll see how it does. If it looks like it's starting to die out, we'll move it. But other than that, guys, I hope you're able to get outside and get in the garden. And I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.